Hi, I'm Nancy Mansell, coming to you from CNM Behind the Glass. Now we're up to the seventh rule for exponents, which is negative exponents. And there's two separate cases for negative exponents, so let's look at both. The first would be this, x to the negative 4. Whenever you have a negative exponent, you have to get rid of that negative exponent, and the way you do that is by jumping over the fraction bar. X to the negative 4th is the same as 1 over x to the 4th. Notice how when I jumped from the numerator down to the denominator, the negative exponent got lost along the way. That's what we want. You don't want to leave a negative exponent. Okay, here's the other possible case. This time, my negative exponent is starting off in the denominator, and I want to get rid of that negative exponent, so I'm just going to jump it to the numerator, and it will lose the negative exponent along the way. If you're wondering why I'm not putting it over 1, because that looks sloppy. Anything divided by 1 is itself. Okay, what about if you have a negative base and a negative exponent? When you jump that fraction bar to lose the negative exponent, does it also lose the negative on the base? The answer is no, it does not. Keep that negative base, just lose the negative exponent. Here's another scenario for you. Y to the negative 3rd over x to the negative 4th. I know I have to get rid of those negative exponents, and I know that the way to do it is to jump the fraction bar. This one has a negative exponent. It's starting off in the denominator. I'm going to move it to the numerator. Voila, no more negative exponent. This one in the numerator, I jump down to the denominator, and it also loses its negative exponent. Good. Now you're probably wondering why I'm talking about jumping. Why didn't I just take this and flip it, since they both had negative exponents? Well, in some cases that would work, but here's a case where it wouldn't work. Let's take a look at this one. 3x to the negative 2 over y to the negative 4. Does that 3 have a negative exponent on it? It doesn't, does it? Only the x has a negative exponent, and the y has a negative exponent. So here's why I talk about jump rather than flip. That 3 isn't going anywhere because it doesn't have a negative exponent. The y does. Let's move it up, jump it. The x does. Let's jump it down to the bottom, and that'll do it. And there's some examples of negative exponents and how to get rid of them.